Hello and welcome to the Gamescast, and welcome to FSX. Today, this is another out of the box video. This is Areosoft's Twin Otter, and we are in, if you haven't recognised already, Gibraltar. There's a small graphical error here, but we will phase over that. This is Gibraltar. I'll tell you a little bit more about when we're in the air. This is a plane in question. It's a Twin Otter by Areosoft, and well, we're going to fly it. So without any further ado, we're actually going to start to taxi. So let's just get into a better view. Here we go. If I press Shift and P, a thingy should come along. No, oh right. So if we were to start there, that thing would come forwards. Oh well. Oh well, doesn't matter. Not the end of the world. So we're on taxi bay 4 at the moment. We're just going to go back, and we're going to go along here, and I can't go up anymore because of easy dock restrictions. We're going to go down this little road here, well, taxiway, onto this bit here where we'll hold short to check the traffic and stuff, and then we'll take off from runway 9 this direction. I've actually already done this recording, and I completely messed up. I wasn't actually. I accidentally closed my OBS, which was embarrassing. So yes, so I just did like a 20-minute recording for nothing. But oh well. I never actually finished the recording, but oh well. We should start to turn, so I'm surprised we haven't turned a little bit sooner. We're not doing cold and dark because I don't know how to. I just about know how to turn on the engines. There we go, we can probably stop the pushback now. We don't need to get pushback much more as we all go into the airplane now. So, here we go. Areosoft's Twin Otter is quite an interesting plane. It's a propeller plane, however, you don't quite... It sounds much smoother than other propeller planes I have tried in the past, which is quite nice, I guess. Just going to go into this view so I get a little bit of a better view of the taxiway, and we're going to put up to about 50% power and then down to 25% power. It takes quite a lot to get this plane really going from a standstill, so yeah, you need quite a lot of power for this initial launch. So today, I don't know where we're flying to. All I know is we're starting from Gibraltar, and we are going to be on a heading of about 045. The runway heading is is 90. So yeah. So we're taking off from runway 09, or 09 if you want to be ultra specific about it. But we're just gonna let the power down. We're just gonna let it roll. May even need to use some brakes. No, I don't think so. Just put a touch of power in. Right, so at this point we're just going to swing around like so. Put on the parking brakes. We're going to check two things. One, the light is green, which it is, and two, that there's no traffic. Why? Because there's a highway going across the airport. Right, okay, we are good to go. About 25% power. About 50, and back down to 25. And we will take off like so. Now, you've got to be really careful when taking off from this plane. Ooh, I don't know why it did that. I was just changing my view on Easy Dock to get the default view again. I don't know why. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. I completely forgot. We're going to carry on. We need to make sure we stabilise the engines. Now, this plane is notoriously hard to take off, and I've never landed it. So, as in, this is like the first flight I've ever really done, or at least done on camera. So, we're going to stabilise at 50, which it has been. We're going to put it up to about 75 now, and then let it stabilise as it tries to pull right. Now then left. Going to use flaps 5 for takeoff. Here we go. Now we're going to go to full power now it's been stabilised. Quite bumpy. And let's rotate. use a trim, and we're going to put the power settings on. Put the flaps fully up. Power settings on about 75% power. Going to make a right hand turn. Currently on a heading of about 290. And we don't want to go too fast. We're not going to go over speed, of course. But that's good. We are now climbing, which is good. Just going to allow the sort of plane to sort of turn naturally now. I'm not even using any rudder or yoke or anything. I'm just allowing it to rotate in the air, which is quite nice. We want to straighten it out just a touch because we don't want to sort of start to I don't know what you'd call it actually. You just don't want it to start doing weird things in the air. Like it has a tendency to start turning start drifting right, and then you really start to lose control, and then it's a little bit of a panic actually. Currently going 107-ish knots. We're still climbing. We're at 2,000 feet. Indicated altitude. That's not our ground altitude. We're just going to set our QNH again. So you can see the ground and stuff beneath us. We are going to be doing this visually, very much visually, because I know there is an airport just over there-ish. So we kind of follow the coast, and then we get pretty close to an airport, which is on the edge of the coast, so like Gibraltar, which is actually owned by the United Kingdom, or Great Britain. I'm just going to turn left a touch. Commercial jets will often have to make a really sharp turn onto Gibraltar. So that's why it's so difficult to land, because all this land here is Spanish airspace. It's a lot less strict now. I'm not going to give you too much of a history lesson, but it is extremely difficult if Spain have decided to close the airspace. We're going to have to turn the plane left a touch though. I'm going to go back into the cockpit though, because at the moment we are on the wrong heading. So there we go, straighten up a little bit now. Now we've got close to the coast. You do get slightly different power levels, as you can see. I'm now going to take the power down to about 65%. That is because, now I don't want to go too far upwards. That is because you can see our dials are almost in this red thing here, what means our temperatures get a little bit too high. It means you can get an engine fire. I have already had one, and it was on the ground. I'm not entirely sure what I did wrong, so I just need to be careful, and it's pretty dramatic when it happens. As we go through these clouds, ideally it's a fairly clear day, so it is a good day for visual flying. You very much have to trust your indicators and stuff, because you can be very your awareness can it can take quite a toll on your awareness. You can see we're climbing at 2,200 feet per minute. We're at 1,000 feet a minute now. That dial's annoying, but oh well. Slowly starting to level off. I'm using the trim. I'm also using this map here, so you can see here is the land and here's the water. So at the moment we're right on the coast. It does have a form of autopilot. Let me just show you guys. So, it's only got one common nav radio. I know it says it has two here, but I'm not sure why it says it has two, because it only has one. That's why here it doesn't say com 1, because well, there's only one com. And then you've got the VOI localizer here. So it does have a form of autopilot. Has a I'm just checking my like altitude and stuff, which were good. I'm pretty much not climbing or descending. It's got a heading, a nav, an approach, an altitude, and an indicated airspeed and VC autopilot functions. So yeah, it is pretty It's got a relatively sophisticated autopilot, but then it also doesn't. In fact, no, it's not a very sophisticated autopilot system. It has got a nav, which is very useful. That's the most sophisticated part of the aircraft. We are now going to try and level out a bit. So let's try this setting our altitude. Right, what do we want our altitude at? Let's say 8,000 we want to keep it at. So if we were to click that, click altitude. Hopefully it'll hold our altitude. Well, it isn't, but engage, there you go. There we go, that's much better. Now, looks like we're going down ultra fast, but actually not. As you can see, we're only going down by about 1,000 feet per minute, which is like pretty much nothing. Going pretty fast, we're really going to have to put the engines down a little bit. Our engines aren't overheating, as you can see here. In fact, we can pretty much afford to put them on about 25%, just literally cruise it. In fact, you know something? Oh, crumbs. I actually want to go a little bit higher than... oh, crumbs, why did I do that? I wish I didn't do that. We want to go at about 9,500. So yeah, that's a little bit annoying. I shouldn't have done that really. We're gonna start to go up again in a second, I hope, anyway. And engage it again. Oops. We're still going down for whatever reason. Put the power up a little bit. Turn in motion. I'm not sure why it's... Why is it doing this? 10,000, man. Click engage. Hopefully that'll... Don't want to lose our course or anything. You can see here that we're actually fine, so put about 25% power, and we are beginning to go up again, which is good. That's 60. Now we've got a warning here which just keeps on coming on and off. Okay. Let's do it manually. Ooh, let's do it manually then. We're really climbing heavily now. We can just level off a bit, going relatively quickly. Right. So I don't know much about this aircraft, if I'm honest. It's a twin engine. The reason I brought it was because I saw a friend do a video and I thought, yeah, it's pretty cool. It was on X-Plane though, so not on FSX or P3D or something. It was on X-Plane. It was the oh crumbs, Roberts something or other designs, RW designs for X-Plane. Which, yeah, I mean, it looked okay. Reasons why I would never buy it on X-Plane is because no scroll wheel. There's just really annoying things with X-Plane, but you can't scroll. The camera system is fantastic and it looks amazing, but there is no scroll wheel. It is also not an ESP play. It's not an ESP based platform like Flight Simulator and P3D, meaning that they're almost exactly the same game, and there's a massive modding community for FSX, and well, now I guess it's P3D as well. Just looking out the windows now, we could technically open the door, but we're not going to. Pretty close to the coast. I'm just going to open up my OBS to see where we are. It's currently been 15 minutes. I don't want this to be too long a video. I think it won't. We're about, I don't know, I'd say possibly halfway from Gibraltar to our airport. So it should take another, I'd say 10 minutes, but I really don't know. I know there is an airport somewhere around here. I think it's just behind that mountain. Just go up a touch. Ooh. Actually, let's have a look, actually. It's incredible. Have they rented in the whole airplane? Oh, no, they haven't. No. I'm pretty sure that's like exactly the same camera, yeah. So there you go. We're gonna need to turn left a touch. It's a fairly old plane. I don't actually know much about the history of this plane. I apologise. I should have read up a little bit more about it. But it's a lot more manual. It's a I don't know which plane I would... Actually, it's similar to the Q400, actually. It is quite similar to the Q400. Because it has a basic autopilot system. And, well, I guess it's propellers as well and stuff. I do love the Q400. I'm going to do a video on that. I haven't actually done a video on the majestic Q400, but I will do it. I'm learning to fly it properly, like the cold and dark and all that sort of stuff. So I am learning to fly it properly. As well as, you know, properly programming the FMC with various information. Oh dear, yawning there. How high are we? About 10,000 feet now, so we're going to try and level off if we're not already pretty level, which we should be if we just go like do that like so. There you go. Just want to get a nice level flight now. We're at about 10,000 feet, or 10,400. All I'm doing is messing with the trim a little bit. Ooh. I'm gonna get a pretty level flight level, if I'm honest. I'd say that's okay. Now we don't want to be. Now we've got a perfectly level flight. Now, in fact, I'm going to attempt to use this autopilot again. Let's go down to about flight level 5,000-ish, 4,000. Click altitude, click engage. See if it actually starts to take us down to good flight level. Now we're just going to go like that with the trim, and it should, autopilot should put us back down. Come on, autopilot, please bring us down, bring us... Yes, that's what it's doing, good. Have a look, about 1,000 feet per minute, perfect. Right, there is an airport somewhere around here, apparently. I can't see it though, I don't have a visual. Let's go be outside. Now this plane, is it trying to turn right? It is. There's obviously a little bit of wind or something like that. What is the wind? 157 at 9 knots. Shouldn't make any difference. It is definitely trying to turn us though. Why is that? I mean, if anything, I want to put it like that. I want to keep this course. I'm not massively infused with this autopilot. I am actually having... It's trying to manually turn us. Let's just click heading. Hopefully that'll put us back where we want to be. Right. Good. I haven't got any visual on any sort of runway, so it's behind these mount. Oh, there's something there. Well, I'm not entirely sure what that is. So let's change our course just a little bit. Yeah. So I'm now flying autopilot. I literally have only just figured this out. I really do. My flight hours are about the same amount of flight hours you've had by me watching, so yeah. I've flown this airplane for about 25 minutes at the moment. It looks really nice as well, which is cool. I will turn on the cockpit lights, but there really is no point. Where's the light switch? Is this it? Probably. Yeah, it is. Oh, there we go. You can turn on the lights, I guess. For nighttime flying. It has a cabin at the back. I think I might have shown you. I probably didn't though. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Is this a commercial or a plane or not? It's not a commercial one. It's not really big enough. If I just go fast or quickly even to the end here, it's got like 20 seats or something. It has aisles. Aisle number. Oh, it doesn't actually, but still. Yeah, this door does open somewhere. You can open it via the checklist. Actually, a really cool check fit. Right there. It's actually got a really cool checklist. I go to options. I go to view. Sorry, I go to instrument panel checklist. You can actually click on all these, and it will start, and it will put you in the correct position to be able to click them. It's really cool. Also tells you the relevant information here. Just some interesting information, really. We're using Pratt & Whitney engines. So yeah, there you go. It's got some cool stuff here. Then also on this last one, you can choose whether you want to have a cold and dark or like a ready to fly setup. I chose ready to fly, so yeah, it's now ready to fly. So I wouldn't be able to do a cold and dark on this plane. The more I see the runway, the more I'm sure that is an airport, which is good. I think we're going to have to land from this way here. I don't like this crappy autopilot system. So right, I'm going to manually adjust the altitude and the speed. So I'm now going to take the speed down Put engines on about 25%. And I'm going to let the plane now slowly descend. Or at least relatively. Just gotta do that. We're going at about 1,000 feet per minute, which is good. Does it show up on this? So, oh right, so apparently this runway doesn't have an ILS, which is cool. Okay, so runway is like on a heading, it's probably like runway 331 or something like that, I would guess. 31 or runway 30. I can't actually see the little number up there, it's too small, so. We are still losing altitude, which we are. But down a touch more. The engine's up a little bit more as well, and they're just under. Actually, I put it on about 45%. That does mean that we're gonna start to lift up a bit as well. Fine. As soon as it's stabilised, we'll start to go down again. You just need to trim the plane correctly. Now, I'm guessing it's on a heading of about 300. I'm guessing, so I put that in. When we get there. Got to trim like fully forwards at the moment. Literally, it's like fully forwards. Come on. I'm starting to think there's something wrong with it. Let's actually manually fly this now. Whoa! Whoops. My bad. Right, okay, that was the issue then with the autopilot. Now it's just gonna... We're just gonna build up some speed now. There we go. Right, there we go, that's much better. Right, I think now-ish, pretty much lined up with the runway to make a 90-degree left-hand turn. We're going to land like so. Okay, but we've got good visual anyway, so. Not entirely sure. The airport's pretty much on ground level. Might be about 10 feet over ground level, so it really makes no difference. Wind is at 130 at 11 knots. Means it's kind of going to be a tailwind when landing. I know you should never land in a tailwind, but for the purpose of keeping this video relatively short, we're going to anyway. So yeah, it's already been half an hour, so you know I don't want to bore you guys too much. Don't know the correct settings and stuff. In fact, where's how do I know what flaps I have? You're going to put flaps on full and yeah, kind of hope for the best, I guess. Currently going 80 knots. Make a slight right hand turn and then straighten out again. We just want to check that we want to make the left-hand turn so we know we're going to be roughly on the ILS if we were to do an ILS approach. Interesting. So I've never landed at that airport before, or the airport we're coming up to before. We are descending, but very slowly. So Joe's going to descend a touch more now. You see that little dial go down a bit. Add a little bit of it, more trim. So descending at about 1,000 feet a minute. If you go outside, you can hang on. Let's just get it to a good view. You can see we've got flaps up. Well, like not up but down, I guess you could say now. I think they're on their full position. Flaps 40, I'd say. Or 30, possibly 30 actually. Looks about 30. Now we're going to make a left-hand turn. It doesn't need to be too fast. We are losing altitude quickly and gaining speed because we're turning. Which is fine, that's pretty much what we want to do, and we're going to straighten out just a little bit because I don't think we're quite on a good heading or good approach path. So you're going to put the throttles on to about 25%. We're going to descend pretty quickly. What, about 2,000 feet a minute or something? Ish, maybe more. Much better approach now. Just go. Yeah, you can see the turbo lag. If you looked at the when my throttles went forwards, turbo lag, over propeller lag. A lot, pretty much always in prop airplanes, you normally get lag. Majestic Q400, it's really noticeable, but it's also quite noticeable in BIS as well. It's not actually called the Majestic Q400. It's actually called the Q400, but it's made by Majestic. I always make it sound like it is a Majestic. Majestic's like the same brand as Boeing or something. It isn't. That's just a company who make it. Ooh. So we're now clearly on final. Use the fan. I love these water textures though. All wrecks. I mean, you've got the sun over there, but we can't see it. Don't know what a good speed to land at is. I guess about 80 knots. Put our engines down. In fact, I wonder if I can can I stick it in reverse in mid-air? I think I can. How cool. Right, now it's not brilliant because I was faffing about with trying to get it into reverse in mid-air. Currently going 80 knots. I'm going to put a little bit more power. We don't want to end up crashing. You've seen all these cars. Oh my god, it is really busy. However, there's no roads because for whatever reason I don't know what's wrong. Well, I don't know, but it's really annoying with cars that kind of go random places. Right then, we are going what, 90 knots. This airplane does have reversers, which we will use. Oops. Very much using the trim and stuff to land this plane, so we're not going to be pushing forwards too much on the yoke. We were a little bit and like flaring. As we go this road, runway 32, so I was a little bit wrong. We are miles above where we should be. It isn't the end of the world. There we go, it's actually a pretty decent approach anyway. Ooh, wow. Bit of a crosswind, stick into reverse. Right, we can probably turn off here. Wow. Yeah, that's the issue of planes like this. There's so much lag. You've got to kind of do things miles in advance so you get it roughly correct. Just gonna. Oh my God! No, whoops. Sorry, I was looking at my other screen. So we're going to take this one here, and then we're going to go into what? Delta 4? Is that Delta 4? Oh no, Delta 8. Delta 8, sorry. I have no idea where we're going to park, so I'm just going to stick the plane on here with the parking brakes on, and we are going to look for let's shove it. Yeah, let's go shove it somewhere over here. We've got a decent default airport. I'm just gonna put my view on there so I can see where the taxi lines and stuff are. I'm going to take the next left. Oh no, not the next left, the left after. I'm not entirely sure what way we park yet, I can't see the lines. I don't even know what this airport is called. We just kind of flew here. Here's Delta 7, yeah. And so it looks like we're going to be turning left just before Delta 6, which I believe is this little taxiway here. I may be completely wrong. Well, I'm actually pretty impressed I've managed to land at this airport. But only, I mean, I don't know what this airport is, so I do apologise. But I just knew from looking at maps and stuff, there was an airport if you just follow the coast of Gibraltar, and Spain, I guess you could say now. Right, we end up parking left, so we won't take this first one, we'll take the second one. So park close to the building. So I just knew that was an airport. Luckily, it was right on the coast, so I didn't quite realise it was quite as big as this, actually. I thought it was going to be a much smaller airport, but hey, it isn't. So this kind of thing is pretty good for island hops and stuff. Like you want to go from St Martin to St Bart's or something, it would probably be pretty good. We're going to idle the engines now. Oh wow, we're like at a gate. I'm pretty sure if we press Shift and J, that thing will start moving. Or is it Control and J? Let's press Control J. Yeah, we're not going to do that because that's like unbelievable. Well, here we go. I tell you what we are going to do. Let's just quickly turn off these engines. I say turn on, turn off. I mean like just kind of shut down, basically. Well, yeah, they're going to go like that, and that kind of turns them off. Just so I can hear myself think, and the lights we probably won't need either. So here we go. This is I wonder if we can go a bit forwards. No, we can't. Damn it. Oh well. This is oh, this is really annoying. I'm not sure why I need to go to this view here. Now, so yeah. This is the Twin Otter by Areosoft. It's a pretty fun plane to fly. Fun is what I would use. Realistic, I think it probably is pretty realistic. It seems quite realistic. If you try it, you can't overturn it. Otherwise, you know, you'll start heading into some issues and stuff. But otherwise, it's a good fun plane. We just did a short flight from Gibraltar to here. Wherever here is, I could probably find out, but I can't be bothered. So yeah, it was a very fun flight. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I will see you next time for another out of box video. Goodbye.